Alright, let's talk about something absolutely crucial for anyone creating content online. Today we're diving deep into how you can get machines, search engines, AI assistants, you name it, to actually understand your work and give you credit for it. This is all about mastering machine attribution. Let's get into it. So, have you ever had that feeling? You pour your heart into a piece of content, and then you see an AI assistant completely misquote it. Or worse, a key insight from your article pops up in a search result totally out of context and with no credit back to you. It is so frustrating. And the reason it happens is often way simpler than you think. And that right there is the core of it, the attribution problem. See, without really clear, really explicit signals from you, these machines are basically just guessing. They're trying to figure out who wrote what the main point is, and who deserves the credit. And when they guess wrong, you lose visibility, you lose traffic, and people lose trust in your brand. So what's the fix? I want you to start thinking about this in a new way. Your metadata, your schema, it's not just some technical fluff. It is a binding contract with the machine. It's a set of instructions that tells search engines and AI exactly how to interpret, quote, and most importantly, cite your work. Okay, so let's start building that contract piece by piece. The first thing we have to do is lay the foundation. This is the core markup that absolutely every single piece of your content needs. Getting this part right is completely non-negotiable. The language we use for this contract is called JSONLD. Now, don't let the name scare you. Seriously, just think of it as a special block of code that you put on your web page, one that speaks directly to machines in a language they're built to understand. It is by far the most effective way to communicate what your content is all about. So what does this foundational contract actually look like? Well, here are the essentials. First, you've got to put your JSONLD in the page's head, so it's one of the first things a machine sees. Then, you have to be specific about what kind of content it is. Is it an article? An FAQ page? Tell it. And this next part is critical. You must include person and organization objects. Why? Because this isn't just about what you're saying, it's about proving who is saying it. Now, for a really important part of this contract, I like to call it the law of the mirror, and it's a simple rule you just can't break. The short, punchy 40 to 60 word summary that a human reads on your page has to be identical, I mean word for word, to the text you put in the short answer field in your code. Any difference, even a small one, creates confusion. What the human sees, the machine must see. Period. Okay, so JSONLD is your main contract for search engines like Google. But what happens when someone shares your content on social media? Well, for that you need to be fluent in a couple of other machine languages. Think of them as local dialects. You've definitely seen these in action. Open graph tags are what Facebook and LinkedIn use, and Twitter cards are, well, for Twitter. They control that little preview, the title, the image, the description that shows up when a link is shared. And for the sake of consistency, that's open graph description should be an exact mirror of the short answer we just talked about. It keeps your message tight and consistent everywhere. And this isn't just about making your links look pretty. As our source material says, doing this improves fidelity across preview formats and increases the odds of consistent cross-channel citation. Let me translate that. Speaking all these different machine languages makes it much more likely that you'll get the credit you deserve, no matter where your content ends up. Alright, now we're going to level up. This is a more advanced idea, but it is incredibly powerful. We need to stop thinking about just publishing web pages and start thinking about establishing ourselves as a recognized, authoritative entity that machines can trust. This is so important to grasp. You are not just a temporary URL. You are an author with expertise. You're an organization with a reputation. The goal here is to build a stable, interconnected identity that machines recognize again and again. That is how you build real authority online. So how do you actually do that? It boils down to two key steps. First, you use sameAs links. This is where you connect your author and organization profiles in your code to other official profiles out there, like your LinkedIn page. It's like showing the machine your ID. And second, you give every single piece of content a permanent, unique ID, a canonical entity ID. This tells machines, hey, even if the URL changes one day, this piece of content is still the same core thing. Okay, we've covered a ton of ground, but you know what? None of it matters if you don't do it consistently. So this last part is all about turning these rules into a repeatable, almost automatic workflow. Is how you operationalize your machine contract. This checklist should be built right into your process before anything goes live. It's a simple quality check. Is the code there? Yes. Does the short answer match what's on the page? Check. Are the social tags filled out? Check. Running through this little list prevents almost all of the common mistakes and ensures you're speaking clearly to machines from the second you hit publish. And remember, the work isn't over when you hit publish. A few days later, go check, see how you're showing up. After a month, if you're not seeing the citations you want, maybe it's time to tweak that short answer copy. This isn't a one and done thing, it's a cycle. Publish, measure, and refine. To bring this all home, I want to end with this powerful quote from our source. Schema and metadata are not cosmetic extras. They are the machine contract that tells extractors what to quote, who to attribute, and how fresh the answer is. That just says it all, doesn't it? This is about taking control of your content's identity in a world run by machines. So I'll leave you with this question to think about for your own work. As AI increasingly becomes how we all find information, you really have to ask yourself, is my content speaking the right language? Is it set up to be understood, to be respected, and to be attributed correctly?